you think are any life hacks for foreigners to live here in Ukraine?
Maybe shopping at the market.
Okay.
Sometimes can be cheaper to get like fresh vegetables and things like pickles or spices, fruit.
Nuts.
Yes.
It's more interesting to see the culture. You can get lots of cream or cheese or meat in big quantity as well.
Like outside markets, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
like Ozerka or
Mm-hmm.
any of those.
Yeah, we have a big market in our city, which is named Ozerka. A lot of people shop there, well, if they're not very far.
And in some places too, people just bring things out and they sell it on the streets.
That's true.
So that's helpful. Like you said, you found some cilantro,
Yeah.
and some greens,
Mm-hmm.
and it's cheaper. That sort of stuff is cheaper than in the grocery store, for sure.
So, if you see any people selling stuff outside, don't hesitate to buy it.
There's also, I know there's some women that sell like baked goods, homemade baked goods, and that's another good thing to go ahead and get some of that stuff. Like piroshki.
Piroshki, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like sweet bread with a filling. Okay. Anything else?
Also,
maybe?
speaking of shopping, there are some grocery stores that are cheaper than other stores. Obviously, the more expensive stores, they might have more imported foods that you can find. Like it used to be very difficult for us to find like peanut butter.
Yeah.
Tofu.
Or tofu. And so we would have to go to the more expensive shops like Silpo or Varis to find those sort of things.
Yeah.
And now still, if we want tofu, we go to Varis. But even like some of the less expensive stores like Atebe, which is just generally cheaper, they have peanut butter now. Now it's a little different. It's made with sunflower seed oil, so it's a little different, but it's good. So, and it's much cheaper than some of the other more expensive stores.
Yes.
So yeah, for like general grocery shopping, if you want to get a lot of stuff, I would say Atebe is your best choice.
Yeah. Actually, Atebe, it's still growing. Not in every city they have Atebe stores, but mostly in like big main cities we have Atebe, like a lot of Atebes, and they are built in kind of every region of the town. But in Kiev and Dnipro, in Odessa, actually not sure about Odessa, but in Kiev and Dnipro I know for sure that Atebe is the best choice. Yaremche?
Yeah, that's one.
Yaremche is Western Ukraine.
Yeah, what else?
So how do you survive not knowing completely like Russian language here?
It's a little difficult, especially in Dnipro. In Kyiv, over the years, it's become easier. The first time we were there, it was difficult, but that was, 5 years ago we left. So 6 years ago we came to Ukraine the first time. It was difficult. You helped us a lot. And then when we came back later, more and more people were speaking English. It wasn't so difficult to find somebody who could speak with us in English. In Dnipro, it's a little harder. And sometimes, even if you try to speak Russian, they don't understand you. We have an accent, we don't say things correctly, we might say it differently, and people here seem to be very used to things being a very specific way.
Like, for example, when you ask, "Где туалет?" Where's the toilet? They
to
couldn't
me, it made
understand
sense.
it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, can I just say, where is the toilet, right? No. I asked like 5 times, and he just looked at me and went, okay, I'll go find it, it's okay. And I found it, but again, it's like, coming from America where people speak differently, you're more used to that, accents, different ways of thinking. I thought, of course, if I just put these words together, they'll figure out what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But not in my experience.
Really works.
So sometimes it's best just to go ahead and try to speak English, you know. Like one day we were trying to get off the marshrutka, and I didn't know how to ask, you know, for the back doors to be open, but I really needed to get off at that stop, so I just yelled, "Back door, please!" And some people, you know, they understood. It got the driver's attention because he was probably thinking, what was that?
Yeah.
And people let him know what we needed. Or sometimes if I'm trying to get through a crowd and people don't seem to notice, then I might just say, "Oh, excuse me, please, can I get through?" Like in English, and then it gets their attention.
Yeah, and then they, oh, that's something different. I need to react on this.
Yeah, and then they turn around and I can go through.
Well, that's good. So guys, learn Russian, but still use English. Josh, do you know anything like maybe to give a good advice for people who just first time coming to Ukraine?
Yeah, I say just kind of don't be afraid to explore a little bit. Maybe take the train and go to the local things and not just try to do popular things that look like back home. So like restaurants and stuff, go to smaller
like
local things, yeah. And enjoy the culture more.
Then you have more chances to like understand like people, how they live, their mindset, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for being in this interview with me today. Thank you, Safi, for your participation. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe and like if you like this video. Please stay with us and follow our next videos. See you next time. Bye.